Evening, everybody. It's 6:28 on Tuesday, the 27th, and this was day two of the Santa Claus rally, and it was pretty unimpressive. As a matter of fact, it was downright disturbing. The split between the markets was really extreme. While the Dow was up all day, might have slipped into the red for a few minutes, but it actually closed up 37.63, which is really nothing, a tenth of a percent. The Nasdaq, where advanced declines were solidly 2 to 1 to the downside, was down 144.64 or 1.38%. Of course, this was led by Tesla and a couple of other notable names, but we can start with Tesla. Closing the Shanghai plant for a week or 8 days at the same time that China is talking about this grand reopening. And I asked the question this morning, who's lying? And, I have to go along with China because we can't verify anything that they say. So we had, as I said, Tesla regular hours traded down to a close at 4 o'clock of 109.10, down 14.05 or 11.5%, followed by after hours down to 107.51, down 15.64. It was not alone. And it wasn't just the distraction of Mr. Musk that permeated the Nasdaq stocks. Apple also down, new low for the year, closed 130.03, down 183. It did in fact trade below 130. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you exactly. It traded down to 128.72, and in the post market it's trading at 130.06, down 180 or 1.37. So really not much of a bounce. The Tesla number, though, is really remarkable. You're talking about a stock that is now, for the year, down 72%. This $1.3 trillion company now has a market cap of 350 billion. Nvda, same situation. Wonder where that self-aggrandizing asshole is. Must be on vacation, but Nvda down just since the 13th of this month, from a high of, let's take a quick look here. This looks like 187 to 141. So also a big move down. All of a sudden, we have gone from a shortage to a glut in the chip sector. And the big loser in the airline business, as I mentioned this morning, Southwest Airlines, canceling over half of their flights now for the day, and the stock closing at $33.94, down $2.14, I believe, $2.15, down 6%, and continuing only down another 15 or 20 cents at 33.80, but solidly down 6% on the day. The S&P was down 15 and change, 0.4%. aside from the Nasdaq, the small cap Russell down 1142, 6.65%, and the transports down 34.45 or a quarter of a percent. The VIX was slightly higher, about 3.5%, 2165, up 76 cents, and the volume today was very light. Not unexpected, but 3.7 billion shares traded. So let's get back to the futures markets. The gold was up 20. Tonight is basically unchanged. Silver was up about 30 cents, currently up another 3.5 cents. Copper was slightly higher, remains slightly higher. Crude was as high as 81.18 and then closed at 79.53, down 3 cents. So that was not a great looking chart, but it is up another 27 cents. And frankly, seeing all of these rallies in a lot of the commodities tells me that inflation is really nowhere near under control. The dollar was down 12 tenths of a cent, and bonds were basically unchanged. Net gas was all over the place, but not very far, closing up 6 cents, and Bitcoin down 185. So I'm not really looking forward to a lot of action this week. Tomorrow we have MBA mortgage applications. Count on them being weak. And that's at 7 a.m. and then nothing until 10 o'clock, which is the November pending home sales. All right, everyone. I'll be back first thing in the morning. Hope everyone had a good day. We did go solidly back into the black on a 100% up rule liquidation of half of our ESTE call spread. Long the Jan 12 and a halves, short the 15s. We got in them between 76 and 80 cents, and we closed them out at $1.60. Have a good evening. I'll be back in the morning.